it popped up for you? Oh, it hasn't popped up for me. Oh, God.
It's just popped up on mine.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm the one watching me.
Why is it so close?
Oh, 2 more people. Hey.
Yay, I think we are
Yes.
working. Bear with me 2 minutes, guys. I am just getting everything sorted. Team up on yours. Hey! Can you guys hear me? Good evening, everyone. Hello from New Jersey. Hi, boys. Hey, yes, we can.
Ah, good.
Yes, hi, guys.
Is there any way to turn yours up?
How's your turn it up?
I don't know. Oh.
What's wrong with it? Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. We're just trying to sort out this camera. Didn't realize it was going to be so close. Hello from New York City. Oh my god. Hey from Australia.
You don't know me, but I know you.
That's the lyrics.
That's it. Yeah. I know.
Cool. Hi, right then. So it looks like that you can all hear us loud and clear. And Kathy Edwards, what are you guys gonna do when Wentworth finishes? I am probably gonna go to my bedroom and
Cry.
lock myself away for 3 years. Put myself down the slot and just cry.
Peace and quiet for me.
We've got Aberdeen, we've got Chicago, Costa del Portalba. Oh, hey, Kelly. Cool. If there's any comments that we miss out, it's only because we're getting a lot of comments right now. So just if we don't reply to one of your questions, just keep firing it through. So we've got them worldwide, didn't we? Chicago, Gosport,
Birmingham,
Dublin. Me Gonna Cry, my sister-in-law was an extra in season 7. Oh really? What episode did she appear in, Kathy Edwards? Caleb, you could rewatch them. I've rewatched them like about 100 times.
I haven't yet. I need to.
He's only done it once because he started last year and he binge watched all of season 7.
Well,
Lucky bugger. Do you know, like in season 7 when we thought Vera got shot and we had to wait a week to find out? You only had to wait a few minutes.
Kathy, she was in the siege.
In the siege? Oh, okay. Was she one of the prisoners or an officer? I'm addicted to episode 4 of season 8. Help me. It was really good. I think I've watched it 4 times. You've watched it twice.
Yeah.
Kelly, hello you too. I can't cope. I don't want it to end ever. Neither do I. I really want it to carry on. Apparently it's got something to do with funding in Australia, but I can't see why Netflix can't pick it up. Amazon Prime, can somebody just take over?
Otherwise, hope Boomer survives to the end. So do I. She's one of my favourite characters.
Who, Boomer?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to survive. She's got to survive. She's not going to be released now, though. That's the only issue after what she did to Liz. So maybe Boomer can escape and have a happy ending that way. What is your favourite season, Tina Gabriel? Oh, my favourite season is, I think, season 3 and season 7. I thought those 2 were the best, although season 2 was pretty good. Hopefully Netflix picks up. Yeah, definitely. Crowdfunded, yes, we got to try that. Caleb, excited for Goldfish Part 2. Interesting, because we noticed, guys, that all those episodes that got leaked months ago are all wrong, apart from the first episode. I think some crazy person just made them all up. Although I think Goldfish Part 2 did get leaked in an Instagram photo, so I think that episode is episode 8. Who have we got here? We got Ashley Garrett. Do you think Mari be transferred to prison? don't really understand that question, but she is transferred back to General now, isn't she?
Yeah.
But she's on a bit of a rough ride, but she kind of deserves it. Kathy, she was a prisoner, sat a few seats away from Costa.
Oh.
I have to go back and watch that. I think I've watched the Siege episodes loads of times. It was like the best ever.
Rennie Harbeck. I really wish they explained what happened to Maxine. Would have had her back rather than Reverend Lou.
I really wish they explained what happened to Maxine. Yes, I really wanted to come back. At least let her come back and visit Boomer.
Yes.
Or, if she's dead, if the cancer got her, then just let us know if she's dead or alive. She's definitely not the person in that box. I read something about B. Smith's hair, how the colour and style reflects her mood. Do you think there's some truth in this idea? I think I've heard about that as well, because remember in season 3 when she became proper top dog and she had the side cut?
Yeah.
And I think that was reflected in her being very strong. And then in season 4 she was having a bit of a breakdown and she was self-harming and her red was fading. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And that's because she was tired. So yeah, I think it probably is true. I don't want to watch episode spoilers, but because it's you, I've got to. Hashtag Lush Couple. Thank you, Kelly. Saying that, we've literally, the pair of us now, for the past half an hour, we've been moving this camera around. You'll be like, oh, I don't like this lighting, don't like that lighting. And we're both still like, oh, look at us on camera. I prefer Frankie as top dog. Who was your favourite? B. B will always be my favourite. I was devastated when B died. So I'm on the blue gin tonight, guys. I don't know if you've ever heard of blue gin, but it's bubblegum.
My favourite would be B with Kaz close second.
Yeah.
I think Kaz did something that B missed out on, but then B brought a whole new perspective to the prison and made them stand up for themselves a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Kaz sort of followed on and made it the next section.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I think Kaz tried to obviously try to teach the women not to hurt each other, but it just weren't going to go down well, not in prison. I just saw a really good question. Let me just scroll back. Do you think B will be back in the flashback ghost illusion photo? I do. And I do believe that Danielle has been filming in season 9, or she's been seen around the filming studios. So I think she's going to come back as a flashback. Possibly Ali might have a near-death experience, or Ali might actually die and go to B. Or she'll have a near-death experience and B will come to her and tell her it's not your time yet. Or Ali might end up back on the drugs and B's ghost might come back and tell her, might slap her in the face like John Ferguson did the other week. But how do you guys think this season is going so far? I'm hearing mixed reviews each week. One week I'm hearing, oh, it's a really brilliant season. And then a second or third week, episode 3 I think it was, loads of you didn't like it. You all thought it was really slow. I'm personally enjoying every single episode. I think it has picked up since episode 4. But I'm enjoying all of them. I did enjoy episode 3. I didn't see what the hatred was for it, in my opinion. But have you guys seen the newest trailer that I posted yesterday? And it's got the women going quite nuts in the prison, smashing windows, wrestling officers on the floor, and Vera going absolutely badass. Did you guys actually see that? Oh my god, who do you think Vera's fighting?
oh,
Somebody said Mari, but I don't know how you could tell. It was so quick.
I reckon either Mari or Anne.
Oh, fighting Anne?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just have that dream of them fighting, and they're just smashing her over the head with her baton.
That'll be interesting. Anne versus Vera. Well, if Vera is fighting, yeah. Honestly, who's this? Rodolfo Belitz. I hope I said that name right. But in my latest trailer, if you go from my channel, there's a small clip and Vera's got a baton out and she is going crazy. I tried to take a screenshot and her face looks savage. Vera's fighting Joan. Oh, yeah. I'd love that. I don't think Vera would win, but...
No. 5 seconds?
Yeah. Do you remember when Ferguson smacked Vera in the face? Jesus Christ, that was one hell of a slap. Vera nearly took her head off. Right, so we've got Nancy Palmer. I think they should use the old theme tune. Don't like the new one. It's growing on me, Nancy. It really, really is. I love the artwork. I love the graphics. But I agree with you. The music did seem a little bit, I don't know, what's the word? Computerized, maybe.
Yeah.
But it is growing on me. I think I would have preferred it if they kept the lyrics in. What do you guys think of the lyrics? Is it growing on you?
Oh, wow.
I know. Peter's my wingman here. He's going to go looking through your comments for me because my eyesight is terrible.
Gary Hewitt, will Sheila be the new Katie Peterson?
Possibly, because I've heard Sheila, who is another new character, who is going to be in this season, just don't know when. I don't know if it's next week, episode 6 or episode 7. But they're saving the best till last. I think she is the ultimate evil. And they're just keeping very tight-lipped about her at the moment. Obviously, we know that she's a cult leader and an influencer, but that's all we know at this stage. But I'm really excited to meet her.
Lady, do you think Will or Jake will die?
Will or Jake? I think Will may die. I think the showdown between him and Ferguson's probably not going to happen this season. It'll be all the big showdowns are going to be saved until next year, the final season, and I think that includes Ferguson versus Rita. It's going to be huge, but they're not going to waste it all in this season. This is why they've introduced in Lou Kelly to use her as a pawn for the moment to keep the storylines going, and then next year we've got the big ones. But I do think we're in for a massive Lou Kelly riot. I actually think she is going to be pushed over the edge by Anne, because Anne has promised Reb his HRT, and but we've seen how she double crosses and doesn't keep to her promises, like she did this week with Will. She said she wouldn't let Ferguson come back, and she's coming back next week.
Kathy Edwards, what do you think will happen to Ruby? You've got quite a few things on this, haven't you?
I think she'll eventually will have to die. And I also think, because she's recently been kidnapped by those guys, now Rita's going to go and save Ruby, and Rita's going to blow everything, and Rita's going to blow a last chance of trying to get out of that prison, so she's going to go back full time. And Ruby's probably going to be accused of absconding or escaping, and she's probably going to blow her parole now. Because if Rita does indeed kill one of those cops next week, then Ruby can't exactly tell them that she's been kidnapped by so-and-so, because if his body gets found, do you know what I mean? So I got a feeling that Ruby's going to blow her parole, and she's going to get accused of escaping, and Rita's going to go back with her.
Yeah.
And I think Ruby will have to die for Rita to actually go full top dog on us. And it'll probably have to be Ferguson. Ferguson will probably kill her.
Keely Bannister, with the next season 9 being the last, do you think we'll get a catch up from old cast members? I'd love to know how Doreen is doing. Hope she's still with Ash and has a little sister for Josh.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? I do hope that when the season finishes, we get a few documentaries. So we get like a special 90-minute of all the cast talking about their favourite bits. It'd be really cool if we got like a top 20 moments from the show with cast interviews in between. I'd love all that. Yeah. But yeah, we need to know how everyone's doing. Just like, even if it's just a letter, don't you think?
Mary Hughes, do you think Anne and the Freak are working together?
At first I said yes, but now because we're learning about Anne's backstory, about her daughter, that kind of explains what the issue is.
Yeah.
Why are you giggling at?
Penny's going Boomer for top dog.
Yes. Wasn't it cool seeing her on the steam press this week? Absolutely love that.
Brutally Lauren. Maxie is my favourite. She went away for treatment and now not another word about what happened to her.
Yeah, everybody wants Maxie back, or they just want
Just for
some.
Boomer, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I did read somewhere that apparently an old face comes back for Boomer, but I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that was one of those fake spoilers. There's a lot of fake spoilers this year, guys, which I hate. I really, really do hate. I don't mind theories because I do a lot of that myself. But I make it very clear that it's theories. But one thing I can't stand is fake spoilers and then them being made out this is what's going to happen. I've got inside information and they can't back it up and it doesn't even come true. I hate that. Yeah, I've heard whispers, but I don't know how true they are, that somebody is coming back for Boomer. Boomer top dog. John Ferguson is tonight alive.
Ooh, Spyro. What do you think Ferguson will do once back in the prison? Also, if she goes back to General, how would they play it out? Avoid being in the same as season 4 again.
Well, I think she's going straight to the nut house, if the one that's in the prison, because the photos that have been released for next week, she's having a lot of sessions with Dr. Miller, and I think Ferguson is in the. Do you know when Liz met her end with Boomer? That is where Ferguson is going to be next week. But I don't know how they're going to be able to bring her back into General. If she is meant to be this new weak person who is Kath Maxwell, then isn't she more in danger if she goes back into General? But then they can't just keep her in the nut house because that would just be boring. There's a reason why they brought her back, guys, and I am convinced somehow, shape or form, she'll get out of that prison and she'll be back as governor. There's going to be a big twist. Big, big twist. Who's my all-time favourite character from each series? Oh, Christ. Season 1, B, because it was the introduction of B. Season 2, Frankie. Season 3, I'll say Ferguson, because that was when Ferguson was at her most dangerous. Season 4, it would probably be Kaz. Season 5, probably Sonia. Season 6, probably Liz, because that's when she started getting the dementia and she went through a lot of crap in that season. Season 7, Rita, because Rita, I just love Rita. And in this current series, I will probably go with Lou Kelly. That was quick for me, wasn't it?
That was. I'm still trying to think of season 1.
Who do you think would be killed in this season? Probably Ruby. Or, we were talking about this the other day, Miss Miles. Do you reckon Miss Miles might meet a grisly end by the end of this series? Because she's got PTSD, which hasn't really been discussed, but it's slowly starting to show through the storylines in each episode. But I think Miss Miles is going to become governor by the end of this season, just because Anne mentioned it last episode. And if something big is going to happen in the prison, i.e. a riot or a fire or a bomb, then Will end up losing his job if he is in the governor seat when that happens. So I think Miss Miles, the writers are setting it up for Miss Miles to be governor, and then she'll die. Because we'll all be heartbroken if Miss Miles dies. It's either that or she's going behind bars, one or the other. But then it's not really fair to stick Miss Miles behind bars when Snaky Jake is still going, Mr. Jackson's done a lot of naughty things, and even Vera ain't. She killed her mother. Do you know what I mean?
Penny, I like Rue but not Reb. Don't kill Miss Miles.
Likes what? Likes Lou?
Lou but not Reb. I think Reb's got a lot to give. I think there's going to be a situation where she's been put in and she's going to have to prove herself.
It might end up at some point, maybe not in this season, but maybe in next year's season final, Reb might have to kill Lou. Stop it from... Maybe Lou will completely lose it at some point and Reb will be the one to save Lou from the women. They'll probably have a Romeo and Juliet death. I know it'll be a little bit like Ali and B, but I can see if one of them dies, the other one's going to die as well. They're going to kill themselves.
She looked quite comfortable, didn't she, when Lou was threatening to take Boomer's finger off, so...
Sorry, you keep disappearing in the corner.
Oh, it's fine, I keep moving.
Come back. There we are. Yeah, so when we started this video, my camera, we were like really far away, and then I pressed it on YouTube, and now it's zoomed in. But I'm not going to touch it because it will mess up.
Oh yeah, questions. Jason, hey Wentworth Life, were you guys fans of Cell Block H?
I grew up with it. So you have to bear. I'm 33. He's only 25. He's a baby. But I grew up with my parents watching it on ITV back in the day. And then when I was kind of like a teenager, it was repeated on Channel 5. And I ended up. I didn't actually watch it from the beginning while it was on Channel 5. I watched it halfway through. And then eventually they were released on DVD and then YouTube. And yep, got to watch them all then. Absolutely loved it.
OP Wentworth, you should interview your fans.
Interview my fans. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Wonder who I'll interview. Oh, is Oodles of Noodles in the house? Because funnily enough, we've got somebody who is Oodles of Noodles, the username, and when we were shopping earlier, there was an Oodles of Noodles thing in Tesco's, and it just made me think of Oodles of Noodles, the username guy. So if Oodles of Noodles is here,
Ooh.
say hello.
Keely Bannister, I'd like a live Wentworth quiz.
That would be cool. We should have done that over lockdown, shouldn't we?
We can
We could still do it.
we can
couldn't
do something.
We could do it. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Maybe when the series comes to an end this year now, in a couple of weeks, we'll do a Wentworth quiz. Mari's storyline reminds me of B, don't you think? They both tragically lost a child, were stuck in prison with nothing to live for, seek revenge in The Killer. P.S. Greetings from Warsaw. Do you know what? I agree, but then I remember that Danny Winter is a rapist.
Yeah,
That is the difference.
and she's horrible. Because
I said to you, didn't I? I think it was episode 1 or episode 2 of this season recently. I said, oh, she reminds me of B. It is like how the B storyline, but then I keep remembering that Danny raped Ruby's friend. So,
Lady, happy birthday for tomorrow. It's Lady's birthday tomorrow. She wants to know, should she get a t-shirt or a hoodie?
I think you should get a hoodie. We've actually got Wentworth Prison t-shirts on right now. It's a bit back to front, isn't it? Wentworth Prison, don't push the panic button.
It looks fun.
Oh yeah. looks like I got boobs as well.
Do the quiz over Zoom.
I think we'll have to do it on YouTube because there's just too many for Zoom. We'll have like 1 million screens.
Spyro Wentworth has made me want to buy a steam press.
Oh wow, I want one.
I've got a heat press.
I want one. He's got a heat press. It's like a tiny little mini thing because he makes the t-shirts. And yeah. So you've got a mini steam press.
Yeah.
You're not top dog though.
I am in that room. Jason, you should do teal-coloured merch like the inmates.
I have. I've actually got a teal hoodie, which is right behind this camera. I don't know if you can go and get it quickly.
Yeah.
Oh. And this one is Wentworth B. Smith, top dog. So I told you I'm top dog.
You think?
So yeah, if you go onto our website, wentworthprison.co.uk, you can order one and we ship free worldwide. Do we have a rumour that Juicy Lucy will be returning to get revenge on the freak?
Yes.
No idea. I have said in a previous video I'd love Juicy Lucy to come back. I think everyone who's got history with Ferguson should come back at some point, even if it's just for one episode to die. Do you know what I mean? I think it's such a shame that we haven't got Frankie back for this season. Maybe Frankie will come back in season 9. Maybe Nicole wasn't available to film for this season, but she might have been available for next year. You never know. I'd love to see Frankie back, but Frankie can't die.
Cindy, do you think Marie will treat Reb as her project her son into that character?
Into what character?
So do you think Marie will treat Reb as her project?
Yes, I think she will. She's up to something, isn't she? Do you reckon that she has really forgiven Ruby and she's leaving her alone? Do you reckon we're going to be in for a big twist, maybe in the very last episode, when when they're alone or something. See if there's a big riot going on and Mari and Ruby are running away down the corridor, thinking that they're both safe, and then Mari kills her right last minute. That'd be a big twist, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Kyron, the trailer you posted, is that all in episode 6?
Nope. It is sort of like the next couple of episodes. So we had those trailers for like the first 4 episodes, first 4 or 5. I think this one is for the next few episodes. It's not just for episode 6. The Rita stuff is going to be for next week. But the other things, I don't think the riot and stuff is next week. I think that possibly might be the week after. I'm sure it's called Battle Lines or something. So that sounds like this could be a riot.
UK Auto, why do you think they're saving Ferguson for season 9? And this season's about Rita and Ruby. Also, Ferguson hasn't lost her memory at all.
No, I don't think she's lost her memory.
No.
If she has, she'll get it back.
She'll get slapped in the head or something and regain it.
I have a feeling we will, as viewers, will find out if she's faking or not by the end of next week's episode. Just a feeling. I think it'll be a whole episode where we're led to believe she really has lost her memory, and in those last 5 minutes, we will learn, as just us viewers. Don't think anybody else will know the characters, but I think we may know, and I really hope we do, because I hate playing mind games. I hate it.
EGD Dayton, when is Sheila going to come into the show?
As far as I know, it's either this coming week or the week after. I know it's the half of this season, but yeah.
There was a question I saw.
Oh, Caleb Ellis. Battle Lines was also a title from Bad Girls, and that was the episode where they all rioted.
Oh.
In season 3.
Opie Wentworth, if you could date anyone from Wentworth, who would it be? Mine would be Ali. Opie as well.
Oh, really? You date Ali? Oh, you would?
No, Opie would.
Oh, sorry. I would date Mr. Jackson. I've had the hots for Mr. Jackson since day 1. You?
Frankie.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. Badass turned good.
No, Mr. Jackson for me, he is fit. Although Jake is looking good. Dr. Miller. You like Dr. Miller.
I did, but he's a bit creepy.
Oh, no, I still go on a date with him.
Yeah. Caleb Daniels fit. Jamie, I'll date Jake. Kelly, mine would be Will.
Yeah. Same Kelly.
Jenny,
Definitely.
Jake is murderer, Mr. Jackson all the way. Caleb, those cheekbones.
He has got lovely cheekbones, hasn't he?
Penny M. I love Baby Grace. I wanted her to be named Elizabeth Susan or Susan Elizabeth after Liz and Boomer. They delivered her. One of the best scenes of the show.
It was, wasn't it? It was actually a fantastic episode. It was just brilliant. The siege. It could have been a 90-minute episode. It really could have been. It was so good. Really, really good. I reckon the season finals should be 90 minutes long, especially if they've got a big storyline like that.
Terry Palmer went with Prison Life. Hi, how's things?
Hey.
One UK free Dyer. It's good that we finally see more of Linda Miles this season. She's been like the underdog of the show since season 1. It's exciting to imagine her as governor and at the centre of all the drama.
Yes, I'm liking that they're using Miss Miles a lot more, but I don't like the way she is. I know she's suffering from PTSD, but I would have thought that everything that she went through with the women would have made her a bit closer with the main characters that were involved. But she's treating everyone like shit, and
using her, definitely.
Yeah,
which is going to backfire.
When she sprayed Judy in this week's episode, she was really nasty. I was on the edge of my seat. I think out of the whole episode this week, that was the most edge of your seat moment for me. It really was, because you had Vera running down, because even Vera looked worried. What the hell is Miss Miles doing? She's given up the gambling, yeah.
Do you reckon Judy is an actual terrorist? My question.
I don't know. Part of me is thinking yes, then the other half is thinking no. Either Judy is going to turn out to be a terrorist, and it's going to be Judy versus Anne, big time, and there'll be a big terrorist attack or a big terrorist bomb plot, or there'll be like a bomb plot which will be made out to be a terrorist attack, and Judy will get the blame, but Anne will eventually find out that it wasn't Judy, and they might become friends in the end. One or the other. Maybe somebody else in that prison is a terrorist. Maybe we're looking at the wrong person. That would be a twist.
Uric Lynch, have you seen the European versions of Wentworth Block B under arrest and Cell Block H?
I've seen clips of them. I've gone on just to see how they did their versions of, say, the B and Frankie fight scene and things like that, just to see if it was any good. And it was good, but I can't really watch something that's not English speaking. I've tried watching films with subtitles, and I just can't get into them. I end up falling asleep. But they look really good. They do look really good. Can't wait to watch it in the States. Oh, I know. You guys get it on Netflix, don't you? US? We don't get it on Netflix in the UK. We get it on Amazon Prime.
Opie Wentworth, me and my girlfriend are talking about having kids. I told her if we have a daughter, I would name her Ali.
Oh, that's a really nice name. I'd probably call my child Boomer.
Well, we can't do that.
Yeah, you can. Be Boomer.
We've got the kitten Frankie.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to get 2 guinea pigs
Mhm.
called Boomer and Maxie.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't call a kid Boomer as well.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Or Kaz.
Kaz.
Kaz is quite a cool name.
I like Kaz. Simmer Simon. I don't think Judy is a terrorist because if you remember in episode 3, they faked the plans on a laptop for the bombing. So she's just a hacker, not a terrorist.
Yeah, but did they? Did they plan those things on her laptop? We don't actually know. She could be lying. That's the issue.
But as a hacker, what information has she come across? She may have found that, come to the conclusion that she wants to spill it, but it's backfired on her a bit.
She might be the one who's leaking this information from the terrorists. And maybe that man who came in to threaten her, he is the real terrorist. The NSO guy. He was creepy, wasn't he? That went very dark.
Jamie, Jake needs a gay lover.
Who needs a gay lover?
Jake.
Jake. We haven't had a gay sex scene yet, have we? We've had a lesbian and a straight. We need a gay sex scene. Bring it on. Do we think Dr. Miller is straight or gay? Or both?
Michaela, hi guys, lots of love from Germany.
Germany? What time is it over there in Germany? Are you an hour ahead? 2 hours ahead or behind?
Ahead, aren't they? Jenny, is Dr. Miller necessary?
I was thinking this actually the other day while I was in the bath. And I was just thinking, what is the point of Dr. Miller? But after seeing next week's trailer, he's obviously going to be in the Ferguson storyline. So maybe he is going to be Ferguson's new puppet.
Lillian, hey guys from Alberta, Canada. And then you've got Uric Lynch. Do you think Ferguson will find redemption?
The thing is, she killed B, so I don't think it'll be fair for her to become a nice character in the end.
No.
She needs to turn back evil.
Even if she does, no one will like her.
No, exactly. She needs to go back to evil. It said in the trailer, they have no idea what's coming, and that was coming from Ferguson's voice. So this is all just to put us off track at the moment, guys. Trust me, she's coming back full force.
Caleb's laughing at your in the bath comment.
I thought you said Dr. Miller was Mari's brother. No. That was just a theory. I did a season 8 theory video in 5 parts, and I thought it was pretty good. You'd have to watch it. It's basically my take of what season 8 could have been. And
I still reckon he's helping Ferguson somehow. Or either like her old psych or something. He knows her, I reckon.
Maybe.
Keely, I was wondering what the point of Judy was. Now I think is to spark something with Anne. I'm not liking Judy so far. I find her annoying. I think it's start of her character. I think that at the minute they're just building up to something bigger with most of the new ones. They're slowly building their characters into it to cause the issues, to cause the drama, or more than one front. Normally it's just like a group of them together, but these are all different people in different areas, different things causing the issues.
Yeah, and they brought her in this early because Ali needed an extra person in her crew because it was literally just Ali, Boomer, and Ruby.
Yeah.
They needed somebody else in there who we could possibly like for the time being. But she's definitely got a twist coming in her character, I think. I reckon Lou will side with Ferguson. She could do. Lou is, she seems to like the evil people, doesn't she? So if Ferguson joined forces with Lou, Ferguson could be top dog.
Ooh.
Again. I don't know how I feel about that.
No.
I don't want it to be top dog again. Will Annie be toppled by Lou? I think she will, but Lou doesn't want to be top dog. However, if she's forced into it, she probably will. And she probably will topple Annie.
Keely again replying to Simone. I really hope not. I hadn't thought of this, but Lou will have to look after Ferguson because of a deal with Anne
Yes.
and Mari
That's how she might come back into general.
under Lou's protection.
Because Anne is living in a bubble. She seems to think that letting everybody in together, and Lou isn't superhuman. Do you know what I mean? If enough people want Ferguson dead, they will go after her. And they'll, Lou, like I said, Lou's not superhuman. So if there's like 10 women versus Lou ain't gonna stand a chance.
Penny, where's all the red right hand girls to back Ali? Weren't they released and it was only Kaz and Ali that got longer?
No, that was when Kaz thought she was going to get off or something, but she didn't. She ended up getting 10 years. So, yeah, they all ended up getting 10 years. We did see one of them recently when she threw Mari to the floor last week.
Ah, yeah.
I can't remember her name. Mon is her name. She's back on the slot now. She probably won't be back now till next year.
Ooh, wow. You're right. I think the only reason Lou will side with Joan is to get the money for Reb's surgery and will probably break her deal with Anne.
I think the only reason what?
I think the only reason Lou will side with Joan is to get the money for Reb's surgery and will probably break her deal with Anne.
Possibly, yeah. But especially if Anne double crosses Lou. I think if she double crosses Lou, that will send Lou over the edge.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've seen Lou's bullying character, but we haven't seen a psycho character yet. That's all coming, trust me. She's one scary lady. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her.
Mary Hughes, could Joan be Anne's mum?
I've heard this. I actually posted this in forums in one of the Facebook groups, and a lot of people were like, "No, Anne's far too old." So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe. I have heard that we're going to learn more about Ferguson's backstory, so that's probably going to be when she gets her memory back, possibly that episode Goldfish Part 2. And we're going to learn it's going to be a very dark episode. Sorry, he keeps giggling.
Jamie, Jake and Dr. Miller need to get it on.
Jake and Dr. Miller. That would be a nice scene to watch, wouldn't it?
Spyro, could you do a live trailer reactions to any new trailers when season 9 is coming?
If you'd seen us yesterday when we saw that trailer,
Oh.
he watched me watch it because I literally found it on my phone, and he watched me watch it, and my face, I was like, and then I got you to watch it, and you did exactly the same.
Yeah, I was doing stuff on my side, weren't I? And then all of a sudden, you just... and I was like, thinking something had gone wrong or leaked or something, and it was good.
Spin-off of Luke Kelly. Yes, I mean, they could possibly do a few spin-offs on some of the characters when the season finally does end. But then are they possibly milking a bit too much of it then? I mean, if it's going to end, it just needs to end. But I'd love to learn more about Boomer when she was younger, growing up. We should do a Boomer spin-off, 3-part series.
Oh. Jason, will Boomer eventually be released? Hopefully.
It would be nice, but she's blown it. She's gone down for manslaughter now, isn't she? But hopefully Frankie will come back and help her. If that would be cool.
Yeah. Use new knowledge and law degree and everything to help her.
Mm-hmm.
Who next to be killed?
Ruby. It's either going to be Ruby or Miss Miles or
That creepy lady in that hates. What's her name? The one where they're at the table. Mari sits down. The one next to her.
the baby killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, possibly. I think we're on about main characters though.
Oh no, I hope she does.
Yeah, probably loads of those characters will die at some point, but I think main characters will be Ruby, and possibly Critter. That's the one, Critter. There was something else in my mind. Who else could die? Somebody just popped in my head. Who is it? That's gone out of my mind. Ruby or... It's gone. It's gone. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. How many times have you been asked that tonight? Asked what? Asked what, Kelly? What do you think is next for Vera? Okay, so she is currently the new industries manager. I think that could be temporary. I think Mr. Jackson won't be governor next season. Like I said, I think Miss Miles might take over the reins, then she will either die or get sacked or end up on the wrong side of the bars. And then Vera will have to come back as governor then.
Kelly, who's going to die next?
Right, yeah. Who's going to die? Ruby.
Keely Bannister, do you guys think too many new characters have been introduced too quickly? Do you think there are too many storylines going on at once? I'm wondering if the season of laying ground for season 9.
Before the season started, I was worried about the amount of new characters that was coming to the season, but I think it's been done really well. Obviously, you got Lou and Reb, and then we had Judy, and obviously Anne Reynolds. But I think they've just slotted in really, really well. Maybe not Judy as much. We're still getting to know a bit more of Judy, but I think it's been done really well. And Sheila hasn't even arrived yet. They've obviously held off on that for now, but she is due in soon. Because I was also worried it was going to turn into the Miss Ferguson show again, like season 5 was. But I think everyone's got their own things going on, and I think it's nice. And I know there is a lot going on at the moment, but I kind of like that. I don't like to have an episode where nothing is going on. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of like a fast-paced episode. But then there's some episodes. I can't remember if it was episode 2. There was a lot of stuff happening, but then there was a lot of moments where we got to breathe at the same time. So I think it's got a good balance at the moment. Do I think they should have brought back the Freak, or should she have stayed 6 foot under? I don't know at this stage. I think she's been brought back for a reason. So until we find out what that reason is, I'm going to keep an open mind for now. But it could be shit, couldn't it? It could be a load of crap, but we'll see what happens.
There was a question. Where is it? Oh, where did it go?
Questions coming through thick and fast.
Who do you see as the next top dog other than Lou Kelly?
Rita. Rita has to finish the season as the top dog. She's the ultimate hero. I know she was an undercover cop, but look what she has done for the women. I just don't know how it's going to happen. They're all going to find out at some point that she's an undercover cop, and it's not going to be pretty. But Leah Purcell, who plays Rita, is definitely going to make it to the very end, because she posted a photo recently of the crew filming outdoor scenes at night time. So she's definitely going to... I know for a fact that they're filming the final episode, the final 2 episodes. So Rita is definitely going to make it to the very end. Just hope she doesn't die. She has to be top dog. Kelly, I love you too. We love you too as well, Kelly. You're only up the road. We'll have to go for a drink. I saw a comment I want to read. Where are you? Whoopi Wentworth. In 2018, when my dad died, Wentworth and your vids really helped me with my mental health so much. Can't thank you enough. I'm really sorry to hear about your dad. I feel your pain because I lost my mum back in 2014. And I just feel privileged that my videos have helped you through your mental health. That's actually really, really nice. Really nice.
Yeah. I keep seeing it pop up and I keep going to him. It just keeps going.
Sending lots of love your way.
Yeah.
A burst of comments just came through at once then.
Right. Okay. Jamie, I don't want Ruby to die. I want a happy ending for her and Rita.
I'm starting to like Ruby a lot more now. I think she's not being used in an annoying way at the moment now. She's starting to become more likeable. I think that's because she's standing on her own 2 feet.
Anthony, why 10 episodes, not 12 anymore?
It's because they had to get extra funding to do these last 2 seasons, and they would only do 20 episodes. So rather than do
it's Part B, isn't it? That's calling it.
Part 1 and Part 2, they're calling it. I think it'll be Season 8, Season 9 for me personally. But yeah, so they were filming these episodes back to back. Obviously, COVID-19 happened. But yeah, so they had to split it into two seasons of 10 episodes, like Season 7 last year. It is a shame. I do miss the 12 episodes because I always found episode 10 and episode 11 of each season was so good leading up to the final episodes every year.
Penny, do you think Rita's father got her pregnant and Ruby's Rita's daughter?
I've heard a few theories about Ruby being Rita's daughter. It wouldn't surprise me because when Ruby told Rita about her dad dying, there wasn't much of a reaction, was there? So it could be some back history with that. And what was the other part of that question? Something about Joan, wasn't it?
No.
No?
Do you think Rita's father got her pregnant and Ruby's Rita's daughter?
Oh, right. I thought I heard Joan. I'm hearing things. I've only had a few sips of gin.
Spyro, this season's episodes seem to be focusing on either the Freak or Judy, with Lou's story being done in small parts each episode. Ferguson seems to be appearing in every other episode.
Yeah, it's because Pamela Rabe and Leah Purcell, I know those two, they weren't available for full-time filming in the first lot of episodes, so they had to break it down for them. That's why Rita, she was in episode 1, episode 2 very briefly, and then she hasn't appeared until episode 5. That's because the actress was filming something in America. I don't know if it was a TV show or a movie, but basically she was travelling over to America, every so often coming back to Australia, doing a few scenes, and basically the actress said in a magazine article that she'll have no sleep, but that's fine. She's tough as nails. So, yeah. Are we on here every week? This is the first time I have tuned in. No, we're not on here every week, Nancy, just every so often. We did one before Season 8 began, and we agreed that we would do another one halfway through this season.
We'll probably do one at the end as well.
We'll probably do our
or one just before the end.
Yeah. Oh God, I would be bouncing by then, I think. What would I do if B came back from the dead? I would probably lose respect for Wentworth. Because she died.
Yeah.
She got stabbed by a screwdriver about that thick. About 8-9 times, and if you watch that scene, as hard as that is, that last blow, Ferguson stabs her, twists and pushes it up into B's heart. There's no way she survived that. But I'd like to see her come back as a ghost. Yeah. Definitely.
There was a question I saw. Where did it go? B-Veg, I see Judy Bryant as top dog for a very short period of time.
Ooh.
Do you agree?
Interesting. She'll have to have a few toughies on her side for that, wouldn't she? I don't know. I don't think she'll be in the run-in for top dog. I think Sheila, when she comes in, she's going to be the new powerful character when she comes into it. And I think Sheila will take over Lou's crew because Sheila has apparently got history with Lou and Reb because it's something to do, the place that Lou and Reb were sent to. Apparently she ran it or something. So if she's got history with Reb and Lou, Sheila only has to come in, influence those dangerous prisoners, take over, and Lou might actually be forced to work with Ali. You never know.
OP Wentworth. It would be pretty cool if you interviewed the cast of Wentworth.
Oh, in my dreams, I'd love it. I would absolutely love it. I should make a next season for my theories. I might actually do that. I did a really good season 8. After the season is finished, you're going to watch those 5 videos I did and compare it. Because I actually said there would be a character called Reb Keen coming into the season. It's like I saw into the future. I did see a question then from Kelly. How long have you been together, boys?
Too long.
Too long. Actually, no, not that long.
No.
We got together
December?
in December. We dated for a while, but officially December. And 3 months later, we were in lockdown.
Yeah.
Highlight of our first year. Is Lou using Reb? Is that what I just saw? I just saw something. Is Lou only using Reb as canon? As a canon, is it? And if Reb cannot be transitioned, will Lou turn against her? That's definitely going to play later on because I don't think Lou is happy of Reb becoming a man, but she loves Reb and will do anything for him. So that's going to be interesting because I did originally think maybe was it Lou was stopping Reb's HRT. That's what I thought was happening earlier on in the season, but no, Lou absolutely adores Reb. She will do any. She will die for Reb, pretty much. I think Reb would do the same.
Yeah. Yorick, do you think Boomer might become top dog?
No. No. But it's cool to see her on the steam press, isn't it? I gotta say. Absolutely loved seeing her on the steam press.
Bevaj, what will happen to your channel after Wentworth? You did have talks about going in and doing like top 5s and top 10s of the episodes and characters. And
the channel will keep going, trust me. The channel will keep going. I will keep doing videos. I'll do fan fiction, I'll do top 10s, I'll do top 5s. Anything that you like, I will do for you. I'll go back and I'll review early episodes that I didn't do as well. Mari pushed Reb down the stairs in Prisoner. Yeah, she did. Mari in Prisoner was a bit more harder than Mari that we've got in Wentworth. A bit more butch. And Mari ended up pushing Reb over the stairs. So, be interesting if that happens. Don't know why. Maybe Reb will push Mari over the edge. Mari's one to watch. We all seem to think that she's being redempted. Is that a word? Redemption.
yeah.
But what if it's all fake? What if it's all an act? It'd be one hell of an act, mine, wouldn't it?
Rising Kestrel, what happened at the very end of Cell Block H?
Oh, at the very end of Cell Block H, Ferguson got caught. She was trying to steal money, and Rita Connors teamed up with her, but Rita was dying, something like that, and Rita died. She faked her own death, and then Ferguson went to steal the money, but got caught by the police, and was brought into Wentworth in prisoner as a prisoner, and that's how it ended. We never got to see what John Ferguson would be like on the other side of the bars, which is why I think Wentworth has gone down that route.
OP Wentworth, if you and Peter became governor and deputy governor, what would be the first thing you two would do?
Say again.
So OP's put, if you and Peter became governor
Right.
and deputy governor,
Right.
what would be the first thing you two would do?
So I would be governor, yeah? And you'd be my deputy.
Yeah, I'd rather run the things on the floor.
That's cool. I think I'd be good behind the big desk with my black leather gloves. No, I won't go all John Ferguson on you. I'll be a good governor. We'll be good. Loads of comments. I'm
I
loving
know.
it, guys. I'm loving it.
There was one I wanted to read. Where'd it go? Marta, any more rumours about Reb's self-mastectomy? I think you mentioned it in one of the vids before season 8 started, like a month ago.
Yes, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I have seen it floating around. Again, I don't know if it's a true spoiler or not. Like I said, there's been a lot of fake spoilers going around this year, which once again I hate. But there is whispers and theories that Red will do something drastic to become a man.
Ooh.
So that would be quite dark. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it is true.
Do you, KK and Sims 4, do you notice how Reb avoids Mari? And in the trailer, when we meet Sheila, she looks very like to Mari in episode 5. I took Reb's reaction to Mari as her PTSD with Sheila, who I think we will see next episode.
Do you notice how Red avoids Mari in the trailer when we meet Sheila? Which trailer? I've seen in the trailer that we see Sheila going, Rebecca,
Yeah.
and going to touch her face, and she backs off, and then Mari comes in, and she is like, and who are you? And she turns around and says that she's Sheila. That's the only part that I've seen. Yeah. Unless there's another trailer, send me the link. Send it to me. Which couple did you like in Wentworth? For me, it would be Frankie and Bridget. I fell in love with them in season 3.
Yeah.
Halfway through, there was just something about it. And I love Bridget. Bring her Bridget back.
Jenny M, I can see someone, maybe Ferguson, using Reb to take down Lou. Marie maybe, but not be planning it. Reb is the Achilles heel of Lou, and someone is going to want to put her in her place.
Interesting. Somebody's going to use Reb to get to Lou.
Yeah.
Whether it be Ferguson or Mari, I'm not too sure. Mari and Ferguson might team up. They're both manipulators.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Michaela, I miss Bridget. I miss Bridget too.
I miss Bridget. Really, really do. Who do you think was the worst top dog? Freak or Jax?
Ooh. We didn't really see much of Jax as a character, really.
We heard a lot about her though. She was ganging women, as in raping them, wasn't she? So I don't know who was worse. I think Jax was. She might have been worse a little bit because she was a top dog. Was it for 7 years? I think it was 7 years before we saw the show. So Jax might have been the worst one. Ferguson didn't last very long. She lasted, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 episodes before the women hung her. Mari's playing everyone with her manipulation, potentially more dangerous than Lou at the moment. I agree. Couldn't agree more. I think Mari could be the one to watch here. There's so many things bubbling. So many things bubbling on the surface, and who's going to go first?
I would love to see you do parody vids of different Wentworth episodes.
There we are. We'll get you some fake tits, and you can do it.
That's fine. I'll use my own. It's fine.
Joan doesn't need a crew, unlike Jax. That's true.
Yeah, that fight scene where like she just floored Ali and everyone else and went absolutely nuts. You could tell then.
Do you think we're going to get a fight scene with Ali again with Ferguson? It'd be a totally different fight scene, I think, because Ali's just a bit more tougher now.
She's more matured in the prison sense.
I still think Ferguson will win.
Yeah.
But Ali might actually get a few punches in this time and not just grab her hair. Tonight is you two, the top dogs. Thank you. So how long have we been on now? We've been on nearly an hour. So we're going to have 5 more minutes, alright guys? And then we are going to head off. So what is everyone up to this weekend? Anyone got any plans? I really think Mari will redeem herself and prove her towards the end. She might do. She might do.
It's 1 or 2
I'd like to
days.
think
Yeah.
that she is going to possibly double cross Lou and feed information back to Ali. I'd like that. And if Lou does kill Mari for it, at least she dies.
Trying to help
Yeah,
and trying to make it better in a
Yeah.
sense.
definitely. Do you think his son will confront Boomer at some point? Oh no, I don't think he
No,
will.
I think they've kept that sort of quiet of how
Yeah.
she died, I reckon.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. You self-isolating, Kelly? God, we haven't had to self-isolate, me and Peter. We self-isolated back in March when I was very ill for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we had lockdown.
Yeah.
Because I had to self-isolate before lockdown, so it was a horrible time, wasn't it? Horrible.
Well, it was time off work, so it was good for me.
Not for me. I ended up going back to work then, didn't I? Working as a key worker.
Nancy Palmer, what are you guys up to the weekend? Well, this one is taking me to Cardiff tomorrow for a lovely meal. A nice boat ride as well, even though...
When I say a boat, when he says a boat ride, it's not actually a boat as in a cruise. It's like a speedboat thing. It's like a really fast adrenaline boat rush thing. So yeah, we're doing a bit of shopping.
Oh, Bella. Oh my god, finally caught alive.
Oh. Craig, we need 2 hoodies, please. What colour do you want, Liz? Will Frankie make an appearance in this season? I'd like to think
I hope
so. But again, I'm debating whether or not if they've decided that their storyline had a happy ending. But they've brought Ferguson back. It's a missed opportunity not to bring some of her old enemies back. If you think about it, because who's left in the prison now? She's mainly got enemies with the officers than the prisoners that are there at the moment.
Liz Brown, 2X size. Oh, she needs a 2X
Okay.
size hoodie. Yeah, it's fine. You got that.
Yeah, that's
you do
cool.
that, yeah.
You're on my Facebook, aren't you? Or my Facebook group? Drop me a message on there. I think Mari's trying to be a good person, but is not really working as nearly all the women hate her. Yep, I agree. She is the most hated woman in there.
Yeah.
Maybe when Ferguson goes back, people will just forget about Mari for the time being. I thought they phased out the hoodies. Why are some still wearing them? Oh, you got a good eye. I haven't noticed.
Yeah, they're normally around the waist. Or...
Oh, maybe they're allowed to wear them around the waist, and maybe they're allowed to wear them in their unit to keep them warm.
I love Spyro's comment. Boomer's Steam Pressed Toasties coming to a store near you.
Oh my god, yes. We were both like loving that, weren't we?
I know, we don't have bread in our house, and I was like, I could do with a toasty.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
How much are the hoodies? They range from £28 to £35, but those teal ones are reduced to £30 at the moment. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but we ship worldwide. So when you go onto the website, wentworth-prison.co.uk, it should do the currency converter when you get to the payment page. I hope Ferguson turns the tables on everything and becomes governor again. I would love that, but I don't know how they would do it.
yeah.
Whether or not she'll get released because of someone who's... If she's lost her memory, she can't be tried. She hasn't been trialed, does she?
No.
For everything that she's done. She was still on remand.
Mm-hmm.
So she can now not be trialed for her crimes. And could get acquitted. And then get her memory back.
Yeah.
That's a twist.
Ooh.
That's a twist. That could happen. Probably at the very end of this season, there'll be a bomb, riot, and everything, and then Ferguson will come back, walking through the door in her officer's uniform, ready for season 9.
Since we're 5 episodes in, I would love to hear your predictions on how the rest of the season will go for each character.
I think Ali's in trouble with Luke Kelly at the moment. We've got new character Sheila coming in. She's going to play a big part, but obviously we don't know her yet. Ferguson, of course, we've got coming back next episode, and it's going to focus mainly on has she really lost her memory or hasn't she? I keep changing my mind on Ferguson. I keep thinking maybe she has lost her memory, but it will come back in an explosion. I'm convinced there's also going to be an explosion in this season at some point. Yeah, but I think it'd be a good storyline if she has lost her memory or if she is faking. Then again, she can be acquitted. She can't be trialed for her crimes, can she?
Chelsea B, why hasn't this page got more subscribers? Love it.
Oh, thank you. Well, we've got 11,000 subscribers now, which is a lot. I never thought it would actually get that far. I was quite shocked. Was it last month when we got to 10,000? And it's snowballing now. I'm absolutely loving it. But I think it's quantity. Quality, sorry, not quantity.
Yeah, quality.
That's the one I meant. It's quality, not quantity.
What do you think is in store for Baby Grace? I hope nothing happens to her.
I think in the season cliffhanger, Baby Grace's life could be in peril. It could be a case of will it end? Will one of the shocking moments at the end of this season be will Grace live or die? Could you imagine having to wait a year to find out what happens next?
Ugh. Christopher Farrell, channel is fab, needs more people.
Oh, thank you. To be fair, I've got really amazing subscribers. I hardly ever get any hate, and if I do get the odd one or two comments that I don't personally like, I just remove it and block the users, and then we don't get any more. So basically, yeah, that's all I do. Nothing gets to me. No hate. You can say whatever you like. You can call me big ears, big nose, big foot, but nothing gets to me. Do you think Vera and Jake will get back together before the show ends? We never know. Maybe Vera will get with Dr. Miller. You never know.
Marta, what is the name of that rat-faced child killer from Protection? Oh,
Critter.
Critter.
They call it Critter, don't they?
Yeah.
I believe Mari and Critter are going to have a little fight scene
Yes.
this coming week because Critter is trying to hurt Reb for some reason, or was bullying Reb, and Mari comes in to save the day. So that'll be an extra plus in with Lou.
Be veg, you guys are like Frankie and Bridget.
Do you reckon?
Which one's Frankie and which one's Bridget?
Yeah, puss.
So what are they all going to team up to take Ferguson, Ali, Lou, Julie, Sheila?
I think Lou, because Sheila has history with Lou and Reb, Lou might have to bite the bullet and team up with Ali. I think Lou won't be on anyone's side but her own, but if she has to take somebody down, then she would rather be on Ali's team than anyone else's. Have you noticed how Boomer is really frightened of Lou? Really, really scared. And Boomer's not scared of anyone. She'll go up to anyone and knock them out, but she just seems really scared of Lou.
Who is on Ali's team? Boomer and Rue. And those two.
The Red Right Hand, what's left of them, and a few other butchers, and whoever was in Kaz's crew. So whoever, she had the Red Right Hand and a few others. So she has got quite a few. I just think in that laundry scene when Ali went in to take Lou down, you have to remember Lou and all of her crew have been put in there for Lou to protect them. So I think that's why they were outnumbered in that scene. I mean, they probably still are slightly outnumbered, but not as outnumbered as 3 against 20. I just think it was just unfortunate that Ali went into the laundry. She didn't know what was going on, and she clearly didn't know that Lou had taken over a crew. Will Ali survive this series, do you think? Well, I know the actress wants to go out in a blaze of glory. She wants a really gory death, doesn't she? Because she thinks that's how all the best characters go out. So I don't know. I remember seeing a photo somewhere. I think it's either on the actress who plays Ruby, or it could be the actress who plays Ali. But one of them's got a photo and it's got a lot of blood coming out of someone's cell. So something happens in a cell at some point. But
Do you think there will ever be a Wentworth movie?
It would be nice, wouldn't it? It'd have to be about
Oh.
3 hours long, though. I would love a nice 3 hour long film. Yeah, we can have a trilogy. And each film can be at least 3 hours long, like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I love Harry Potter. Boomer is scared of Lou because of the last time she was in prison. I think Lou is behaving at the minute so she can stay near Reb. At some point, she will lose it though.
Totally agree. Absolutely, totally agree with that one. Red might be grounding Lou for the moment, but like I said, we haven't seen the worst of Lou yet.
Maxine versus Lou, who wins?
Oh, Maxine. Maxine was tough. Maxine was amazing. Maxine would have been the perfect top dog after Beam. I know Maxine was recovering from cancer, but when Maxine was better, we should have brought her back. Definitely. So how long have we been on now? 1 hour and 10 minutes. Right then, guys, we are going to have to wrap this one up. So it's been absolutely amazing talking to you all. So I think we'll do another live video. What do you guys think? I'll hang on for a minute now. You guys let me know. Shall we do another live video just before the final or just after the final? Let me know. Let's have a look.
You need a Wentworth tattoo. I hope you went for.
I do need a Wentworth tattoo, yes. Definitely. Merry after. It says pre-final. Just after. Just after.
Just after.
Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, Jasmine. Oh, it's pretty much going down the middle.
Both. One. I think one before and one after.
One before and one after. Okay, I'm cool with that. We can predict what's going to happen in the final, and then we can talk about what actually happened after the final. There we are then. We'll do one before, one after, yeah? Cool. There we are, guys. Thank you all for sticking around. This video will be posted to the channel, so if some of you have come in late and you missed it, you can come back and watch it over and over again. So thanks, guys. Have an amazing weekend. I will see you all very soon with a new video. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.